In order to complete the weather table assignment, you're going to first start with a blank Excel document. And then you're going to need the instructions from PowerSchool called Weather Statistics Table Instructions. And then you're also going to use a website called weatherbase.com. Step 1, open a blank Excel Work document and save it as Weather Statistics in your Module 2 folder. File, save as. You'll find your desktop folder. And name it Weather Statistics. Step 2, install A1, key weather statistics by city. And then the instructions want you to merge and center cells A1 through D1. So I'm going to click in A1 and drag to D1, and then select Merge and Center on the Home tab. Next instruction, we're going to bold A1 through D1 and choose a fill color. So we want to make those letters bold and choose a fill, so the paint bucket, and choose any fill that you would like. Step 4, change the font size to 0.16 and choose any font that you would like. If this causes the information to not fit in the columns, we'll make sure that we get that widened later, but also make sure that the font type that you choose is legible. So size 16, and I'm going to use American Typewriter as the font. Next instruction, in cell A2, key your name using a different font and change the font color. So you put your first and last name, a different font type, and instead of changing the fill, I'm going to change the color to the color that I would like, so green font. Then we're going to merge and center on the next step, change the font size to 14, and then merge and center. So font size change from 12 to 14, and then I'm going to select A1 through D1 and merge and center. So that turned 4 cells into 1 cell. Next, we're going to change the width of columns B, C, and D to 15. So I'm going to select up here in our row or column indicator, highlight those, and then go in between the columns. I'm going to click and drag that to size 15. So now B, C, and D are all size 15 width. Step 8, and A3 to D3, we're going to key the below headings. So in A3, we're going to have a location. We have average temperature. Don't worry if it doesn't fit, we'll adjust that later. And we have record high and record low. Step 9, selects B3 and wrap the text, and then widen row 3 if necessary. So first we're going to come in here to B3, and we're going to select the wrap text. And then we shouldn't need to widen the row at all, but if it was up here like this, that might cause us to drag that row and make it wider, and we could see both average and temperature. Now we're going to select A3 to D3 and add a top and thick bottom border. A3 to D3, click and drag. Then we're going to select our borders button here, and we want top and thick bottom border, which is an option. Might need to adjust our row height a little bit there. Next, we are on step 12, we're going to choose 5 cities to find weather information about. So starting in cell A4, we're going to type in our cities. So you could choose any cities that you would like, and you could go ahead and type those in from A4 down. So you have 5 cities. So 5 cities that you want, and get those typed in there using the proper formatting as shown here in step 12, as well as the proper capitalization. Next, step 13, AutoFit column A. So we're going to go back to our table, double click between columns A and B, and it will auto-fit. So it'll make that column as wide as it needs to be to fit all that information. Next, we're to the point where we'll key in the weather statistics based on weatherbase.com. So you're going to go to weatherbase.com. I have that pulled up here. And then we're going to find our city. So my first city here is Paris, France. So I know that's in Europe. I have to close out of some ads. I'm going to choose France. And then I'm going to choose Paris. And I'll find the average annual temperature, the highest recorded temperature, and the lowest recorded temperature. So there are 3 things that we need. So the average annual temperature is 54.3. The record high is highest recorded temperature, 104.7. So just use 1 decimal. Then record low, -11. So in record low, we have -11. So you will complete this step for each of the cities. Once you have completed and filled in every city's average temperature and record high, you're ready to move on to step 15. Format cells B4 through D8 with number format, 1 decimal point displayed. So B4 through D8, and I want to choose the number. So if you hover over these different options up here, we want the comma style for numbers, and then we only want 1 decimal place. Right now there's 2, so we need to decrease the decimal by clicking that 1 time. Now they're all in the format that we would like. Next, we're going to change the height of the rows 4 through 8 to 24 point. So I'm going to select rows over here with our row indicator and drag those until they're 20 point. Moving on to step 17, center the data in B4 through D8 horizontal. So B4 through D8, we want them to be in the center. So B4 through D8 are numbers. We want those to be centered. So they're right in the center. Next, we want to center a line vertically. So right now it's at the bottom of the cell. So I'm going to select these numbers again. I'm going to go to page layout. And then I want to change my up and down centering in here. So I can either go to page layout or the home tab. Right now they're on the bottom, so bottom aligned. We want them to be center aligned. So now you can see they're centered up and down and centered side to side. Step 19, we're going to change the orientation to landscape. So we're going to go to the page layout tab, orientation, change that to landscape. You won't notice any different until you go to print. Next, it says to center the spreadsheet vertically and horizontally on the page. So in order to do that, we need to change where we go to margins and then custom margins. And we want it to be horizontally and vertically centered. This was also something you'll notice when you go to print. Next step, instead of saving it as an Excel document, we're going to save it as a PDF. So I'm going to go to Home, then File up in the top, and I want to do Save As. And right now it is saving as an Excel workbook. I'm going to save it as a PDF. Same name, same desktop saving location, and click Save. And then I'm going to pull that document up just so we make sure that it's what we want it to look like. And you can see here that our PDF document has it centered both up and down and side to side. The things are centered that we would like centered, and we are good to go.